Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming to this channel and watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Leave the thumbs up. It helps the channel a lot. And we will jump right into today's video. Okay, so for today's video, before I start, I just want to say the story behind it. So I recently went to Nordstrom and I was walking around Charlotte Tilbury's, the stall, the area where her products are. And I don't own any Charlotte Tilbury products other than her, what is this? Hollywood Flawless filter, the mini size. Because I'm not like, I don't try out products, once it comes out in a bulk, because I wouldn't know how it works with my other products. So I try out one product at a time to see how it works. And if I like it, I take my time. So when I went to Charlotte Tilbury's, place, I saw this palette that just came out for, the holiday season. And it said that it was limited edition. And the palette is called the Beautyverse palette, a beautifying filter for your eyes. Really beautiful. And also the reason I went to Charlotte Tilbury is because she is one of the brands that is supporting Palestine right now that is not in the BDS list. That's why I was like, let me just go ahead and see what I can buy. And this was the perfect purchase for that day. The palette is limited edition, as I mentioned, and it retails for $75. This is the only product I got from that stall and basically that day. And this is how the palette looks like. It is so beautiful. I don't own any palette from her, so I don't know how her eyeshadows work. I have heard a lot about her product and I know that her products are really good. So that's why, hence why not give it a try. The Beautyverse palette comes with 6 eyeshadows, 4 mattes, and 4 shimmers. And once I open it, this is how the colors look like. They are really pretty neutrals and really pretty shimmers. What I am thinking this palette will be a go-to staple for me, where I can use these neutrals during the day and then glamp it up a little during the nighttime. So this is like a from day to night eyeshadow palette. Also, this is a very compact palette, as you can see. Very good for traveling. The fact that this is limited edition, thank goodness I got it. So I don't think I will be regretting the purchase, the $75. And so without any further ado, I will jump into the video. I actually have swatched the colors. The matte eyeshadows are really buttery smooth. They're not overly pigmented. And I'm assuming they're not going to have fallout because they're really buttery. And the shimmers are not your typical glitters or glittery products. They're really also very buttery and smooth. And I have a feeling that this will work with a brush and a finger very well. You can go a little bit just to touch up a little, amp up your look a little. Also, you can go heavy-handed and then make it a glitter look. For today's look, I don't know what I'm gonna do because this is a first impression of this palette. And I'm just going to go and use some of the shimmers and then some of the matte to kind of try out try out the 2 different colors. So I'm going to take a brush that looks like this, a little bit fluffy end and a little smaller than my usual blending brush. And I'm going to take Space Chocolate. That's a nice name. And I'm just gonna create an imaginary crease. Because of my hooded eyes, I don't have a crease. So I'm just gonna create one. And I'm gonna pull it a little on the outer corner. You do have to dip multiple times to build, but it's better than the fallout, so that's good. So with the same brush, I am going to take the shade Cosmic Pink, and I'm just gonna lightly brush it here. I'm just putting it in the middle, kind of like a filler. Also, my eyeshadow techniques are very simple. I tend to stick with 3 shadows, 1 transition, 1 middle, and then 1 like, let's say like a highlighting shadow or like the main character shadow. So I would use either the transition shade as my 3 shadow, but then place them differently, or I would use like 2 eyeshadows and place them differently for the 3 eyeshadow technique. The eyeshadows are really buttery smooth. I'm gonna give it that, but it's like you have to take you have to use multiple times, which I understand because her products are not leaned towards like heavy looks. It's leaned towards like everyday looks. So you can still, look glamorous, but then up to a certain level. So now we have all the mattes in. There is no fallout. I don't see any. Oh no, there is actually very little fallout, which is like barely there. And this is how the transition shades are looking like. And I am now gonna use one of the shimmer shades. I'm not sure which one because they all look really pretty. I think I'm going to use the golden color, which is the Golden Galaxy. And I'm thinking of using my hand. Usually I do that, but I'm gonna use a brush in one side and then my finger in another side to see how they apply. Okay, to apply with the brush, I'm taking a brush that looks like this. It's like very, not thin, but it's a dome shape, flat top, basically. It's a flat brush so that when I apply it, it's kind of like works as a finger. Up a little bit. And I'm just gonna apply it. Oh, that looks really pretty. I'm gonna tap. This reminds me of the Stila glitters that we used to use a few years back. I don't use them anymore. Actually, I used them last year, but I don't use them this year. I don't have any. Oh, this is nice. This is really pretty. It's not like too glittery. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I'm gonna show like a close-up soon. You do have to build it, but this is really pretty. This is like going on, like dispersing the glitter really nicely. I think it's because how smooth the eyeshadow is. Look at that. This is really pretty. I don't know how to show. Okay, so this is how it's looking like. Okay, the camera's not picking up the glitter, but I like how, light this glitter is. And I think I can wear this even to my work sometimes. And for the other side, I'm going to use my finger. Ooh. I'm pretty sure the finger is going to apply really like thicker compared to the brush one because the brush is like synthetic hair. Okay. Oh wow, yeah, the finger is applying really thick. Like you can see the difference. You can see this eye is more shimmer and then this eye is like more dispersed. The glitter, even with the finger, is also dispersed, so, but this is really pretty. I'm like too tempted to use my finger on the other side, but it looks really pretty. I'm gonna actually use the brush again to make sure like this eye matches this eye. And yeah, the brush doesn't pick up as much. And I am seeing a little bit of fallouts here, but it's not as much as as I expected. So I think it's a win on that. I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use my same blending brush and I'm just gonna take the Space Chocolate, the darker eyeshadow, and I'm just gonna blend it a little. Just making it, a little bit darker. I should have used a tape, but maybe in the next video I'm going to use a tape because I have been seeing a lot of girlies using tape to get that eyeliner look. So that's that. For my under eyes, to buff it out, I'm going to use the shade Supernova Suede. And I'm just gonna go. The reason this eyeshadow is going to be a staple for my everyday is because the shades are not that intense. So I can get away with using Virtual Taupe and Supernova Suede as like a topper for my eyelid rather than an eyeshadow look on an everyday basis, because as you can see, like the hooded eyes, we have a lot of, how should I say it? Not wrinkles, but a lot of like creasing happening. So when I put foundation on, it like creases, and then I put powder on, it doesn't look as good. So it's gonna give me a little bit of depth on my eyelids rather than having like an eyeshadow look. I'm gonna take my brush to like brush off the residue. This is how the eyeshadows are looking like. I'm not sure if you can even show it. Let me just turn down the light a little. Oh yeah. So this is how the eyeshadows are looking like. I'm gonna finish my look. I'm probably gonna do an eyeliner on top and then my lashes and my lipstick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and did my lashes. I actually did some eyeliner. I usually don't do eyeliners if I'm wearing fake lashes, but I did it today. And did my lips, and that's how the eye look came out. I just wanted to show how it's looking like from the top. It's not, as I mentioned, as shimmery as you would expect, but in person, it's really great to wear maybe like a small event or something. And this is really like holiday inspired. As you can tell, the colors are really pretty. They have the name card, and then I guess this like the cover, but also very compact, as you know, you can travel with it really well. And I will be keeping this palette because it's not only for the holidays. I think I'm going to use it on a daily basis when I go to work. If you would like me to do more of these videos, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to put the like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.